It's the Ducks and Red Wings from the pond. Oh no, wait, that was 25 years ago. But it's the same teams and the 25th anniversary of the first ever regular season game in franchise history as the Ducks play host to Detroit tonight. Drops it for Silfverberg, combs wide to the front of the net, can't turn and get to the puck. And it's skated out by Anthony Mantha. 24 goals last year for Mantha. He serves it off on the wing and it's fought off by Gibson. Off his right shoulder and lay in the blue for a split second.
Hampus Lindholm to the rescue as he's able to clear that rebound out of harm's way.
Fowler carries the mail through the neutral zone, goes all the way to the right side of the goal before it was knocked away.
He got hooked.
Puck recovered and tipped right on by Troy Terry. What a nice looking play. Rakell just took the puck back. And Terry very nearly had his first NHL goal.
Howard in good position, just kind of builds that wall in tonight's game. He is a butterfly goaltender, and he's got a nice flat butterfly.
Here's a spin move, and Bertuzzi scores! Nielsen kept it at the point, and Bertuzzi just took it and spun and gives the Red Wings the lead.
This is quite a move from young Mr. Bertuzzi. Watch him collect this puck, skates backwards, moves it quickly to the forehand and just shovels it inside the far post and in.
Lindholm and his shot blocked by Nyquist. 2-on-1 of the Red Wings if they hurry the other way. Larkin got it across. Mantha missed!
That led to this 2-on-1. Watch the pass from Dylan Larkin across to Mantha.
Ducks trying to finish some forward changes as Helm leads it back out of his own. Glendening has speed. Working on Schenn, goes backhand, just missed as he went back against the grain.
What a move by Glendening.
Down to the final 35 seconds of the opening period. Larkin gets a little touch from Mantha. Here's Nyquist, good chance there, and Gibson got a piece.
That's a big stop by John Gibson, gets the shoulder on that blast.
Lundestrom and Pettersson, two of the 5 Swedes in the Anaheim lineup here tonight. Talking this morning, the 18-year-old Isaac said it makes it easier. Now Manson falls down, clear-cut break for Athanasiou, and he hoists the backhander over top of the net.
That was a 2-man breakaway. John Gibson stays right with him. And again, another shot hoisted over the crossbar.
Shulak knocked it down in the neutral zone. Abdelkader was offside on the play. Steele circles out of the Anaheim zone with it. Crisp pass across the line. Montour drops it off. Silfverberg leaned into it. Howard with one of his best saves. Lively rebound brought back the other way by the Red Wings. Rasmussen shot off the mask of Gibson, and Abdelkader fired the rebound wide.
Boy, he looked like he had half a net and another puck that rolls off the stick.
Cogliano with the traffic in front, tracks it to the corner, frees the puck up for Sherwood. To the point, pressure on Lindholm, does a nice job to step away from Mantha. Lets a wrist shot, and scores! What a play by Hampus Lindholm!
This is about protecting the puck. It's going to come back to Hampus Lindholm. He lets Lindholm skate right past him, waits for the traffic to set up in front of Jimmy Howard, and then, I mean, this puck is perfect.
Road games to start this year. So a lot of guys making their debuts in the regular season here at Honda Center. There's one off the post. Steele digging for the rebound, and Howard gets the whistle. Wow, point shot from Pettersson. Got through everything, and it went off the plumbing.
This is a good low shot by Marcus Pettersson, and there's all kinds of people in front. And living right is Jimmy Howard.
Manson knocks it loose in the neutral zone. And Henrique leads it in. Here's Rickard Rakell. Right in front, Henrique goes to the backhand. It's underneath Howard. Digging is Terry, and again, the Wings netminder gets the whistle.
A good puck movement here. Watch Terry's short little pass to Henrique. He doesn't waste any time, but it's the explosion off the right foot by Jimmy Howard that allows him just to make a short little challenge.
And turns it over on the back of his own net. It gets a little help, but the Kaiser took a pretty hard shot. Wings into the Anaheim zone, right to the slot. Helm, and his shot is blocked, and then he gets it back and scores.
And he just kind of shovels a quick backhander along the ice. And I don't believe John Gibson ever saw that puck released off the stick of Darren Helm. It's a scrambly type play. It's really a 3-on-3 on this point.
Red Wings on top 2-1. They win the draw in the Anaheim zone. Jensen finds traffic and a stick save from Gibson. intended for Raquel that comes to center, and the Red Wings feed it right back in.
And then those are the plays that are driving Randy Carlyle crazy.
Whoa, Larkin from a bad angle in the corner, and Gibson had to be alert. Raquel tried to sneak between the defenders. Instead, he feeds it to Steele. Goes backhand off the post. Raquel on the rebound.
Forward for Randy Carlyle. Throws that one up top on the short side.
I know where you were 25 years ago. I think I was playing a Little League. Here's Comtois. Nice little feed, cutting in front. Henrique. Silfverberg scores!
Well, this is what I'm talking about with players away from the puck, moving their feet and generating speed to Henrique. And boy, it's an aggressive drive to the front of the net. Silfverberg follows up, goes to the goal crease. Howard actually makes the stop on Silfverberg. It comes back and hits him in the body and bounces over top of Jimmy Howard.
Upon video review, the play on the ice stands. We have a good goal.
24 goals and 56 points. Ducks have numbers as Montour joins the rush. High shot fought off by Howard.
High shot fought off by Howard. A little bit of a rebound, but the rebound's up in the air, so Comtois can't get his stick on it.
Back to the point. Fowler uses his skate to keep it. On the dasher, Cogliano right in front. Oh, and a save on Troy Terry by Howard. Go far enough for icing, and we will go to overtime at Honda Center.
Oh boy, Anaheim really coming on at the end of that one.
And loses it to Nyquist. Montour tracking Nyquist 2-on-1 with Larkin, and Larkin misfires. And he's off to the races. Into the Detroit zone, drops it off for Terry. Terry keeps moving, get it back. Swapped by Howard, who's going to be forced to cover.
Oh, what a shot, and what a stop again by Jimmy Howard.
He had the game on his stick.
Right on the doorstep. Boy, what a stop by Jimmy Howard again.
Back to get it, Steele wants to fire it ahead. He stretches for Comtois. He's got a man fresh off the bench. Big save, Jimmy Howard. Oh, he turned away Lindholm.
Another huge stop by Jimmy Howard, that time on Hampus Lindholm. Boy, 2 inches higher, and that puck is in.
So for the first time, Troy Terry in a shootout. Remember, he did some magical things. And he scores! And he may have just established himself as one of the Ducks' go-to guys. Wouldn't that be ironic? So Gus Nyquist has to score for the Red Wings to extend this shootout. Gibson out. Nyquist in. Save! John Gibson, the Ducks win in the 25th anniversary of their first ever game.
Gibson perfect in the shootout. Anaheim now 3-0 to start the regular season. What an incredible start. All the adversity that they have been dealing with, and they're just finding ways to win hockey games. It's not always pretty, but Randy Carlyle's got to be thrilled with the start to this regular season. Gibson